I am a firm believer of the idea that the lessons and experiences that you learn and go through with other people shape who you are and how you live your life. Everyone from parents and friends to coworkers and familiar faces you see every day. Everyone who you come in contact with, no matter how small, will impact you and give you some sort of lesson in life. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Evan Bueno, and I'm here because I would like to talk to you about a group of the most influential people I've had the honor of having in my life. Because of them, I am standing before you today and making it a point to chase my dreams and never stop working for what I want in life. These humble few would be my high school band director, my great-grandmother, and my beautiful and lovely girlfriend. The first person who I have the honor of talking about today is my great-grandmother, a person who in my eyes was the kindest person I had the pleasure of having in my life. When my sister and I were kids and still in school, we would go to our great-grandparents' house every day during summer vacation, where our great-grandparents would take care of us while our parents were working. When it came to my great-grandmother, everything she did, I would do with her. Whether it be cooking or cleaning, or watching the Lakers game on TV, I was always with her. Granted, I wasn't very much help considering I was only a little kid, but still. She let me stir the pot of beans while she was cooking, or hold the dustpan while she swept. She was very kind and never had anything bad to say about anyone. And no matter who you were, she would welcome you inside and offer you something to drink or something to eat like you're already part of the family. Because of that, I feel like I learned how to be kind and understanding of everyone I met, and I thank her for teaching me that. And because of my great-grandmother, I'll teach my kids the very same thing. Moving on from my grandmother, I would like to talk about my high school band director, Mr. Tom Tomzik. What I learned from him was nothing short from just music. What I learned from him was everything that every young man needed during that time. To learn how to be confident and to work hard to excel in whatever you are personally passionate about. I learned from him that it's okay to be who I am, because if I'm not true to myself and I have nothing to be passionate about, then I can't be truly happy. Another thing that I'm incredibly appreciative for is the fact that he never gave up on me either. I struggled a lot when I first entered the band, and because of that, my confidence fell and I stopped trying as much. I figured that Mr. Tomzik saw that I wasn't reaching my full potential, so he asked me to switch instruments a couple of times before I finally found an instrument that I could excel at. Lo and behold, it was a tuba. Because I was finally switched over to an instrument that I was able to excel at, I was able to make the state finals for playing solo, and was able to go to San Antonio to perform in front of a group of judges. Looking back at it and seeing myself go through such a drastic change, I can really only account that to Mr. Tom Tomzik for putting in so much effort with me and building that special student and mentor connection that he didn't have with anyone else in the band. So for that and everything else he did for me, I am incredibly grateful. Let's go. Good. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to talk about the person who's had the most influence in my life. The person I have the utmost honor and privilege to share hearts with, my girlfriend Sabrina. She is the most amazing, most beautiful, intelligent, and funniest person who I have ever met. And through our shared connection of love, she was able to teach me so much. I learned to think ahead and plan for the future. I learned how to think of someone other than myself, and most importantly, in my opinion, I've learned how to love and care for someone and how to make them happy. When I think back of what kind of person I was before I was with my darling girlfriend, it's like night and day to who I am now. Everything I do now, from how I act to how I think, I owe to my precious Sabrina. I also learn something new every day, and she teaches me how to be a better person constantly, and I look forward to not only being with her in my future, but what our future holds together. Because I know that I'm not done learning and changing, and I won't until I'm satisfied with who I am as a person and how I'm able to care for the one person I love most in the world. All in all, I have these three amazing people to thank for making me the person I am today. And I will continue to use the lessons they have taught me to continue to change and better myself as an individual. Because that's who we are as humans. We are constantly in motion and constantly changing. Doing that makes life interesting. It gives us reasons and a way to continue to live and to continue to chase our goals. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to me today, and I hope that you all have had or continue to have similar people like mine in your lives. Quick fact, did you know that there are over 2 million reported cases of COVID-19 with 160,000 reported deaths, it's no debate. Coronavirus is here, and it's bigger than we originally thought. Let's join together and discuss what it means that this virus has not only affected our lives, but the world as well. Hello, my name is Evan Bueno, and today I will be discussing with you all today the dangers of COVID-19. Today I will present the current pandemic that has rocked our world and our population. What I will be discussing about COVID-19 with you today is how it has affected each and every one of us, how we recover globally from this pandemic, and what really is COVID-19. First question is, what is COVID-19? COVID-19 is a type of coronavirus which emerged from China and quickly spread to the rest of the world. It is a respiratory illness believed to have jumped and mutated from animals in the fish market of Wuhan, China, to humans. When they say it jumped from animal to human, what happens in a lot of these Chinese markets, they have live animals stacked on top of one another. They have these animals sick, not clean, they're sharing bacteria, they're sharing sicknesses, and a lot of them get cross-mutated, and sometimes they can jump from animal to human. In the case of SARS, that's what happened. A man bought a combination of animals from a wet market from a Chinese city, and those mixtures of animals were infected with the SARS virus. The SARS virus jumped from animal to human and quickly infected, most of the world. And that's what we're seeing right now with the COVID-19 pandemic. Lauren M. Sauster, a editor for Johns Hopkins Medicine, says it is a upper respiratory disease that can affect anyone, mostly elderly people with weakened immune systems, and most dangerously, it can infect pretty much anyone since it is a new disease and it is untreatable. A fun little fact about coronavirus is that it's not actually called coronavirus. Coronavirus is a broad umbrella term describing a branch of COVID viruses. The reason why they're called coronavirus is because the word corona means crown. Because when one looking at a coronavirus under the microscope, the viruses look like they have a crown over their cellular head. Just a little fun fact. How has it affected all of us? COVID-19 has affected everyone and everything. People are social distancing, a poll was taken and people are found to be drinking earlier and longer. Businesses are losing money and the stock market is taking a dip. A journalist from YouGov.com had stated that people, because of social distancing, people are taking to more recreational drinking, which means they're drinking for longer. They're starting off earlier in the morning, in the afternoon. They're bored, they have nothing to do, so they're turning to drinking. Brands are quickly turning towards supportive marketing, pushing out ads saying we are together in this, we will help you. How everyone is together and how the brand is there to help us. Stock market, unfortunately, has taken a big dip in everything, mainly because no one's going out, no one's spending money, economy is kind of crashing, which is very unfortunate to everyone because this is such a hard situation to get through with everyone. And most importantly, in my opinion, would be recovery. It's hard to say how we'll recover from this pandemic. It's still very early to have a fleshed out plan, but financial experts are saying it's going to take a long time to get everything back to how it was. One thing that can be done is following the steps taken to recover from the recession that country went through some years back. A financial expert, Mr. Peter from Smithsonian.com had said, what did he say? He said, because of the recession that happened back in the mid-2000s, legislations and bills were passed to where the government would continually put money into a kind of recess just in case something like this would happen. Just in case, a pandemic or another recession or stock market crash would ever happen again. He says of everything, that's the best plan of action that we can take as a country, just to get businesses, the economy and stock markets back up, which in turn will have people come into the world more naturally. So it's not as difficult for everyone to come into the world. All in all, this virus and pandemic is nothing to scoff at. It was able to jump ship from animal to human and able to infect the entire world. It's affected everyone and everything from personal life to stock markets and economies. And the worst part about everything is that we still don't know how we'll all recover from this. But no matter what happens, you can all count on the human spirit to come through victorious. We have all been personally affected by this virus, and it's hard to believe that the past months have all been drastically changed. But this will return to normal. Just remember that through this, we will re-emerge together and be stronger for it. Hello everyone, I have a question for you. What exactly is a ghost? What happens after life? And what really is the reason why unexplainable things happen without any definite explanation? Hello everyone, my name is Evan Bueno, and I am here to inform and maybe open up some of your minds to the very likely possibility that ghosts and spirit exist in our world and in the other. In the supernatural speech, I will talk to you all about the history and stories of spirits. I will also share with you all one of my many experiences I've had with the paranormal, and finally, if their existence is truly possible, or if it's all been a part of our psyche to explain the unexplainable. First off is the history and spirits of the world. Are they real? Ghosts have been traced back to as early to the first human civilization of Mesopotamia. People of that time and civilization believed in the world of the dead laying underneath the earth, ruled by the goddess Ereshkigal. During the time, spirits were thought of as past sins that have come forth due to unresolved justice of the deceased. Doctors believed that spirits who came forth to the land of the living came in the form of sickness and ailments. Even through the rest of time, every major civilization believed in spirits in the world that would carry on after ours. So as we can see here, the stone tablet was recovered in the Middle East around Israel and Iraq, where Mesopotamia was originally discovered. This stone tablet is of the Queen of the Night named Ereshkigal, who was believed to be the goddess who ruled over the otherworld. What the people in Mesopotamia believed is that when a person had passed away, their body would return to the earth, but their soul would go to the land of the living, which was located underneath the earth. During that realm, spirits could not come back to the world of the living. They were trapped solely in their own world. Sometimes, though, a mystical creature that would emerge when a person died would sometimes come forth to the land of the living in the place of the deceased person's souls. Because of that, it was believed that they were either coming to create mischief, or because there was an injustice, or the body was defiled after death. So many times, shamans, doctors, and people of Mesopotamia would ward them off with prayers, amulets, incantations, and a lot of the times when a spirit was believed to come forward, a sickness would emerge. So if things were like debt were unpaid, bodies were disrespected, many a time people would believe the spirit was the cause of that. And even throughout the time, through Greek and Roman culture, through Chinese culture, through many ancient civilizations, each of them had their own interpretation of ghosts and spirits and spirit worlds. now I would like to talk to you all about experiences. Moving on to experiences, I'll be recounting one of my own. One evening, my girlfriend and I were spending some time together when I decided to get us some ice cream from the freezer. As I walked to the kitchen, I could hear a faint scratching noise coming from my girlfriend's mother room. Thinking she was inside, I went to go say hello. When I opened the door, the room was pitch black and empty. The scratching was louder and the cabinet door was faintly shaking. The scratching distinctly sounded as if someone or something was running its long nails across the cabinet door. Frightened, I went to tell my girlfriend, and when she came to investigate, the sound and movement continued. Now, moving on to a more famous and well-known experience. This is a picture that depicts a ghost by the name of the Brown Lady. In this picture, it is believed that it is actual photographic evidence of the existence of ghosts and the paranormal. This picture was taken in an old hotel in London, England, where this woman was found to be having an affair with her husband. Angry, the husband locked away the wife in the top room until she had passed away. And many times when there are tours in this hotel, people will have many experiences where they will see a woman cloaked in white coming down the stairs, warm into hallways, and various things like that. And finally, are they real? First off, in this photograph, we have Mr. Mueller, a photographer. He is credited with capturing ghosts in the 1860s when he accidentally exposed 2 negatives to create the illusion of the spirit. What happened with this was, in the 1860s, he took a picture of himself, and by accident he exposed another negative onto his self-portrait, which showed a woman wrapping her arms around him. In his entrepreneurial brain, he thought he could make this into a business, into a trend. So started the fad of taking pictures of your dead relatives. A famous one is him taking pictures of Abraham Lincoln's wife after his passing, with Abraham Lincoln standing behind her, grabbing onto her. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because even in my mind, when I believe ghosts are real and spirits are real, there is still a lot of fake evidence out there that can lead you to not believe that it's real. With everything that is real and everything that can be taken as hard proof, there's also much of that can be misconstrued as fake and not real. So as you can all see, when brought with compelling evidence, it's hard to disregard these explanations and experiences as just simple tricks of the human mind and other easily explainable reasons. But the evidence is real. Spirits have been traced back to even the first civilization of Mesopotamia, where even early man believed that there was some sort of life after death for the human soul. Experiences of mine and even others that cannot be explained with rationale or logic. And yes, there is much misconception to the existence of spirits and ghosts, but like everything else in life, we must make informed decisions on what is real and what is fake. In conclusion, I thank you all for listening to what I had to say pertaining to what really is a ghost, and if there is anything after death. I believe in my mind that not everything can be scientifically proven in black and white. There are forces and energies that we as a species do not understand, and only when we are able to open your mind and accept the possibility of these beings existing will you be able to believe in them too.